Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is Eisenherz and today we're going to have a look at the top 10 cards for cEDH from the March of the Machine set and Commander decks. As usual, cards are in alphabetical order, and if you think I forgot something, please let me know in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Drana and Linvala. This is a very strong upgrade to Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Not only does it shut off opponents' creatures' activated abilities like Mana Dorks, Kiki-Jiki and Najila, but it also steals them so that you can outvalue your opponents while also locking them out. Definitely a card you should add to your stacks list. Number 2. Fairy Mastermind. This 2 CMC Fairy is an incredible card draw engine that can balance the field against mid-range card draw engines like Esper Sentinel, Rhystic Study, Mystic Remora, Tymna and other stuff. This is probably the best card in the set and will most likely become a format staple going forward. Number 3. Glistening Deluge. This is a selective toxic deluge that does not make you pay life, so it works through your Sharn. It hits mostly Dorks, white and green hate bears and Najila tokens as well as Tymna, so it's a great addition against hate bear centric decks. More of a meta pick, but something you should have in your cEDH collection. Number 4. Halo Forager. This 3 CMC Fairy on ETB allows you to cast any instant or sorcery from any graveyard by paying X. This means you can steal tutors, tainted pacts, demonic consultations, removal or even an opponent's ad nauseam. Number 5. Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. This unique Azorius commander benefits off your opponent's drawing cards. With all the card draw engines this format has, your spells will become cheaper and cheaper. Add some wheels and you will be able to cast almost everything you have for next to nothing, and at instant speed, allowing for some incredibly explosive lines. Number 6. Invasion of Ikoria. Yes, a battle made the list. This new card type is not too interesting for multiplayer, but this one in particular is basically another Finale of Devastation for decks like Kinnan, and just like Finale of Devastation, this card is also a potential combat win con enabler as long as you play a decent amount of non-human creatures. Number 7. Phyrexian Censor. There we go, another rule of law on a stick. This will also most likely become a format staple for stacks lists. The only downside is that your creatures will also enter the battlefield tapped, which can potentially be really weird if you are on Kiki lines or just need your creatures for combat. But other than that, this is definitely a card you should grab for your stacks lists. Number 8. Rashmi and Ragavan. This Timur Legends pairing is so cool. A lot of people were kind of disappointed because it only triggers on your turn, but come on, it's still crazy value. Every first spell you cast on your turn becomes a pseudo draw from your opponent's library and also top deck hate. Not only that, but you also get to cast most stuff for free, because in cEDH, mana rocks and treasures are everywhere. Just imagine casting a cantrip, getting a treasure token in return, then also being able to cast whatever your opponent has on their top deck for free, and then also drawing a card from your cantrip. How crazy is that? I'm super hyped to see some cool builds around this commander, and we'll see if it makes an impact on the format. Number 9. Shalai and Halar. This Naya Legends pairing doesn't look too strong until you realize that it's a 1-card combo in the command zone with 3 other pieces. Heliod the Sun-Crowned, War Elemental and the Red Terror. Naya gives you a good color identity for stacks and hate bears, and this commander just combos off with any of these 3 creatures to win the game through your own stacks pieces. How good is that? People were playing Heliod before, well now you can play that same deck but with 2 additional colors. Number 10. Thalia and the Gitrog Monster. This is by far my favorite card from this whole set. A new cEDH viable Abzan commander. It's not only a very strong hate bear with multiple layers of hate, but it also ramps, has card draw potential as well as combat power. I already built a hate bear centric deck around it and made a deck tech video, which will be linked down below. But I also want to mention that this deck can be built as a more proactive Protean Hulk variant. Just so much potential on a single card. I love it. The whole concept of having legendary pairings, combining their effects somehow and making them into 4 CMC 3-color commanders is just perfect. Powerful commanders with tons of abilities, but not as broken as the original 2-color partner commanders. In my opinion, that's just really solid card design, and I would love to see more of this in the future. And of course, I also have some honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10, so definitely make sure to check out these cards as well. And that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. This is Eisenherz and auf Wiedersehen.